The book launch of AI Era, Redefining Teaching and Learning, took place on May the 28th at OISE, the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education at the University of Toronto. The theme, From Knowledge Factory to School 2.0, focused on the new challenges facing education in the AI era. As artificial intelligence enters our classrooms and our everyday lives, we must rethink a core question. What kinds of people should School 2.0 be cultivating? The book was co-authored by Paul Pugh, Senior Fellow at OISE's Encore Lab and Director of Teaching at the Erindale Academy, and OISE Professor Jim Slotta. They believe that traditional methods of knowledge transmission carried over from the industrial era no longer meet the needs of students living in the AI era.
If you have children, if you are a teacher in any strait, AI has become the great disruptor. And I think this book does, it does at least take a stance, and it does at least raise awareness. I titled my piece on this Humanistic Education. But some of the big ideas that we can find in this book, and they're not unfamiliar, especially the first one. This is an idea that's been around 50 years, that education is mismatched to the need of the 21st century.
The School 2.0 concepts proposed in the book emphasize that schools should not merely transmit knowledge, but become learning communities that support collaboration, innovation, and self-growth. Furthermore, it focuses on developing 3 kinds of intelligences in students.
2.0, people should have 3 different kinds of intelligence. Okay, one is AI intelligence. Another part is hands-on intelligence. Another social intelligence.
At the book launch, education leaders and invited guests shared their reflections from different perspectives. Professor Charles Hopkins, the UNESCO Chair in Reorienting Education towards Sustainability at York University, noted that in an era of rapid technological changes, education must cultivate student responsibility and a vision of community and global awareness.
The great insight in the book is how the struggle with artificial intelligence fits in with the greater struggles that are going on within education today. The search for meaningfulness, the search for how to relate to people and how to prepare people for the world that is coming in front of them. This book, I think, is a tremendous gift.
University of Toronto Professor Ruth Hayhoe and President Emerita of EDUHK noted that AI can change tools and methodology, but she stressed that human growth and human values are the core of education.
Important calculations and so on relating to education. My feeling was, can't that give us a lot more time for the things that we're missing? The philosophical, spiritual, moral, our heritage.
During the event, the Erindale Academy and iCube at the University of Toronto's Mississauga campus announced a joint partnership to launch a School 2.0 signature program, learning that puts an emphasis on AI business innovation and entrepreneurship for high school students.
University level per se, and Paul came to us with the idea of starting the training earlier on, not at the university level per se, but arming high school students with the skills that they need to run a business or start thinking about how to solve problems and potentially how can we transform those problems into innovation ventures that can help shift the future.
This book launch also included a Q&A, book giveaways, and a book signing by the authors, as well as networking by educators, parents, and students to discuss AI's impact in the classroom, learning models, and future careers. The book is promoting what's called the anchored learning model towards building education, a schooling that is 2.0, the next generation. The book describes inquiry, learning that is based on learning that is rooted in human values, in ethics, and in core judgments.
But the book really shows that when we are creating relationships and learning communities, we can be successful in developing ways of knowing and ways of doing things in together moving forward to the future.
What I'm really excited about in terms of this book is that as a teacher librarian and someone who teaches AI literacy, digital literacy at a high school level, that this book is saying that AI competency is one of the major skills that students should be leaving school with.
AI is no longer just an educational support tool. It is having a profound effect on how knowledge can be accessed and acquired, how classroom interactions take place, how talent is cultivated, and how schools are organized. In this era of accelerating change, the real question is not whether AI is in schools, but how it can help schools meet education's goals, how teachers can maintain its inherent value, and how students can gain future-ready abilities from it. This launch was not only the release of a book, but it became a public conversation about the future of teaching and learning. It brought several key questions back into public view. Where should schools be heading? What roles should teachers play? What core abilities do students need? We hope this book will inspire more people to think and act together and move education towards School 2.0.